What's up, y'all?
Everybody.
We're excited because we have some comments that we're going to be responding to today.
Yes, there was a Facebook post, and we have to respond
We
to
have
these
to.
comments.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, y'all.
Go ahead and like it.
What? Yeah. Why do you always do all them 90s dances? What is that?
Got to do the 90s, honey.
Do you want people to know how old you are? Is that what's
Really
happening?
care, babe.
You don't
really
care?
don't care.
Because
Because
you know how good you look when you move?
no,
Hello?
like,
Don't act like you don't know you look good when you look at you, girl.
please, I'm just moving because I love dancing, honey. When
Yeah.
the music come on, the body just be moving
You
on
literally
its own.
can't even help it, man. There's literally nothing you can
I
do.
can't. I try.
That's why I have to stop the music. What's up, Chimes?
I try.
It's good to see you guys again. Hope y'all are doing good. Man, this girl. How is life?
What up?
We're enjoying life. We are having fun. We are doing our thing as usual, and we're excited to be here with you guys tonight again.
Yes, we back, y'all. We back.
We are back. You know what? We've been gone. We were gone for a long time.
Months. We've been
Was
gone
it
for
months?
Yeah.
It feels
we
like
popped
years.
in. We popped in here and there.
Yeah,
But we've been gone for months.
it's been a while, but we're back. We're back for
back.
real now. Like
Yes.
so, take our word for it.
This
we promise.
is very nice.
Okay, I don't promise. I'm just kidding. But we're definitely back. So
How y'all doing?
yeah, so let us know in the comments where you guys are watching from and whether or not you actually missed the fact that we were gone. Like maybe you didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that is true. Well, at least we missed it.
This is our
at
second.
least two people
This
missed
is our
it.
second episode back. I hope you know that this is our second episode back.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's what I want to know.
That's okay. They can ease back in. It's
no,
been a while.
no easing. No easing.
It's been a while.
We jumped back in. They jumping back in too.
Okay.
There's no
okay.
easing.
You're right.
You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
If you a chime, you
Get
should
back
just
in it,
come on back
Chimes.
in. Come on back in, chimes.
Anyway, so love you guys. Glad to be back here with y'all.
Yes.
So let me just tell you what's going on. So we have some friends. Myron Edmonds is a good friend of ours. We've been on his show a bunch for different stuff. We've done a lot of things with him.
And his wife, Shanae.
His wife, Shanae, much better person than he. We like her way more.
We love them both.
They're great as a couple, and we've done some stuff with them. And so Myron's thing is men's ministry, really. It's called The Winning Circle. If you know nothing about it, look it up. It's awesome.
It's amazing.
For men that need community, this is the place to go. In fact, you may not realize one of the things that's missing from your life is community. And men are lonely. We don't really have. A lot of us don't have friends like that, and if we do, they're not deep. But anyway, Myron's Winning Circle can give you that. So we like him. We rock with him. We rock with him for a long time. He and his wife are actually going to be doing a couples weekend. And of course, that's what we love. And so even if we can't be the ones to do it, we believe you guys should be getting involved with something like this.
Definitely.
And so we really want to advertise it for him. So we're putting it up on the screen right now. He's got a couples experience. First time ever, he and his wife together in Atlanta, Georgia, January 16 through 18 of 2026. I believe they're only taking a select number of couples. The last time I spoke to him, he said they have like 7 slots left.
Yeah, so it's probably like 4 now.
Right, it might be
Or
less than that
2.
now. Right, exactly.
So
you never know.
jump on that thing.
You got to jump on it. So there's the QR code right there. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you need to do. You see the website there, menswinningscircle.com/marriage.
You said
And,
you said
menswinningscircle.com/marriage. What did I say?
I thought you said win Menning's wings.
I
thought you said
I may have. Wins Menning Circle?
Maybe not, but that's what it sounded like.
I may have. You may be
Anyway.
right. My bad. I'm going to go back and watch the video and see.
Yeah. So I guess, in preparation for this weekend, Myron had been posting questions or posted a question that was geared to married couples
He
or
posted
married
it
people
on Facebook, right?
on Facebook.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we saw some of the comments and we're like, we have to respond to some of these comments because it just goes along with the podcast and the things that we discuss and talk about. So we thought you guys would want to be engaged,
Some good stuff.
would engage in this conversation as well.
And this is our way of supporting Myron and his people that are, part of that whole
Definitely.
community. Same
Yes.
community, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so here's the question
here's
that he
the
put
question.
on there.
He said, it was a statement, but you're finishing the statement. Things I wish I knew before I got married. Go ahead and say what you would,
Yeah.
wish you knew before you got married. And a lot of people posted what they wish they had known before they got married.
Now,
And
I'd
so-
actually love for you in the comments, if you're married, no matter how long you've been married, what's something you wish you knew before you got married?
Yeah.
Put it in our comment too. And
have we answered this question?
I don't think we ever have. Oh, you mean me and you?
Yeah.
No. Should we start by answering our question before we do it there?
Should we do that for the end? We'll save it for the end. Let's save it for the end.
All right. So at the end, I will share one thing I wish I knew before I got married.
Because we have not discussed these comments, by the way.
We
like our podcast to be very authentic.
Yes.
To the point where we don't know what we're going to be saying.
Exactly. Right.
Sometimes I'm afraid of that. But anyway.
You're never afraid of that. You were afraid of that before we started the podcast.
No.
Now that we have
I'm afraid of that because I don't know what you're going to say.
Oh, please. It's what you're going to say.
Okay. Because.
What are you going to say?
Anyway, so think about that now.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Something I wish I knew before I got married.
Yes. Save that thought and let's go ahead to the to the comments.
Do you have yours?
Yes.
Okay. Is it good?
I mean, it's what it is, you know.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with the first one. We're just going to respond to all these, all right? Well, not all of them. We picked like 7 of them or something like that.
We just picked a few. All right, that I would be responsible for planning the meals, groceries, cooking, takeout without a conversation, and how draining this is at times. Woo, Lexi, honey, child.
Now, real quick, I'm just going to comment on how you read that.
Okay.
because you emphasized the without a conversation part.
Yes, I did.
So is that the part you resonate with the most in what she's saying?
Yes.
So tell us why.
Because I think it bothers me the most when you're in a relationship and somebody just thinks you're supposed to do that. Like there's no discussion. It's because you're supposed to do it in my mind. And I'm saying that's actually not fair, number one. And number two, if it just falls on somebody and is expected to be done in a certain way, and there may even be where if it's not done, you're criticized, that's even more of a problem.
Yeah.
Because we never had this discussion. How do you even know I want to do this? It just falls on me because I'm the woman?
Right.
That's really what it is. And I know that's how Lexi is feeling.
You may be right.
She is. She's feeling like this has been put on me because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Because I'm the wife.
Right.
And so it's automatic that she's going to be cooking, cleaning, and going, or I didn't, she
said grocery, cooking, and takeout.
I just added more to that.
Well, you just added
Only
cleaning.
Because
you added one thing.
I'm just saying.
You added one thing. That wasn't even,
But I'm saying that's a part of it.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, for us, we do premarital counseling. This fits into the category we call roles and responsibilities. We actually have a whole lesson on it. We got an activity and everything that helps couples. We think not just to think about what they would want before they get married, but also gives them a way to kind of iron this out as they're married, because we think these things change over time. Not sometimes, every time.
Yes.
Like literally there are roles that change. But I think the reason we came up with the activity was because April and I got married, and automatically each of us made assumptions about the other one.
Yeah.
Largely based on how we were brought up.
We were raised.
What we saw in our own homes.
Yes.
We just assumed the other one's going to do that. And it's like, whoa, where'd you get that from?
And for some, it's what society tells you.
That too.
Because you may not have seen it in your home, and now you're trying to figure it out. Well, I'm gonna do what they tell me on TV, or what they tell me on social media, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think setting expectations.
It's important.
And it doesn't mean that when I express those expectations, that's how it has to be.
Right.
But at least I was able to verbalize them joints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how are you gonna just assume that I'm?
So can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
So if you and I had certain expectation conversations beforehand, do you think that thing in and of itself would have changed your whole orientation toward that, or would you still have a problem with it? In other words, if I said to you before we got married, you know what, I really want you to be the principal cook in the home. I don't mind cooking, but I'd love for you to like that to be your job. Would that conversation have made you feel differently about cooking in our first year of marriage? Do you think it would have had that impact?
I don't know. And you know what? It's funny because when I think about that, and how people are when they first get married, especially in premarital, we have a lot of, I'll do that. I mean, I don't mind.
That's true, April.
You're not
Dudes
in
be
it.
lying,
You're
man.
not in it.
Because you don't know.
It's not that they're lying.
I know they're not lying. I'm just kidding.
They don't know. They don't know. And so
you don't know what you know till you know it.
You don't. You don't know what you know until you know it. And so I'm not sure that I would be like, no. But if I were to think about how I feel now, I would have been like, it needs to be split 50-50.
You would have tried to negotiate that. You would have tried to negotiate a 50-50 kind of cooking situation.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Half and half.
So what if I told you that I couldn't marry you unless it was like, like 85-15 or something like that? Would you be like, nah, I'm not doing it?
That'd be like, I would have the whole I couldn't marry you if you couldn't do cooking most of the time. That would be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's drop it.
You wouldn't be who you are if you said that.
Let's drop it down.
You would not. I wouldn't even want to be with you if you said that.
Here's the next one. And these two are related to each other. We're going to put these both on the screen. Joe Dent says, the extent to which marriage changes people over the years. This is something he wished that he knew beforehand. And then here's somebody else saying something similar to that, basically, but a little bit longer. This is Tenera. Okay, love is a decision. Our roles will change. The dynamics will change. My attitude will change. His behavior will change. Our abilities will change. Our interests will change. Our decision to love, our commitment to love, and our priorities in love don't have to change. Ready myself to commit to love in sickness and health. You know the rest. I really like this comment a lot. And part of my reason for liking it so much is that I feel like she hit the nail on the head that basically everything in marriage changes. Yeah. Every single thing. Listen, you, April Nixon, are not the woman I married. Yeah.
And you are not the man. You're not. You're not the same man.
I am the man. I'm just not the man you married.
You are the man.
Thank you. So you're a different person than what I married. And here's the funny thing. I'm going to just be honest with you. If I was just meeting you now, I would definitely still marry you. Like, I'd probably marry you more now. But that's because the kind of person that I am, I feel like you're just right for me still. So it's not like, But anyway.
That's so sweet.
The reality is.
I would marry you too.
Good. Everything in your relationship is going to change. And I don't know that people go into, we talked about this last week, I don't know if they go into their relationship with the expectation that things are going to change. Yeah. I think people just assume everything's going to be like it is right now, and that's not true. That's the one thing that's never going to be the case in marriage. It's never like it is when you first get married, because everything changes.
And the reason why we put both of these up is because there were several comments that said these exact things.
Several
comments about
everybody wished they knew that things
would change. Wish they knew things would change. And that's the thing. It's like you're not thinking about that when you first get married. Right. Like you said, you're thinking about this is us. This is the way it's going to be.
This is how it is. This is how it's going to be forever.
This is how it is. And not saying that you don't think you can't, overcome an obstacle or, resolve conflict or anything like that. But we're talking about people changing, like literally. I will never forget, a friend of mine said her husband was like, I want the old so-and-so back,
I don't even remember that. Who is this you're talking about?
Like,
you tell me.
Like whatever her name is, I'm gonna say her name is Sally.
Okay.
I want the old Sally. I want the old Sally back. This new Sally is, and the new Sally was like, "Oh, this is the new Sally. This is it. This is what you gonna get." And I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "Oh my! Like this is a new Sally,
right?
And she's not the same Sally you married,
right?
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it could be bad for him if he hasn't done a lot of changing.
So
that's what I think. I think when one is going into a direction of more maturity and trying to be better and trying to do better, and the other one is not necessarily on that same track, it's going to be, I want the old Sally.
So what do you think that actually means, though? Because when I hear I want the old Sally, I hear specific actions and things she used to do. Like I hear the old Sally used to cook every night, and now she doesn't. No,
it
anymore.
Wasn't really.
Like what was?
It was more of the old Sally would just let me get away with this, and this new Sally is challenging me.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, the new Sally is trying to help you to pick up and grow with her and to mature with her. And instead, you want to stay in your old same ways and say, "I want the old Sally back,"
right?
Because this new Sally is making me have to work. And grow and do better. And so I think,
for a different show, I think one day we should talk about this sentence. Our decision to love, our commitment to love, and our priorities to love don't have to change. I think that's the part that we skip over. But when we make our vows, that's what we're vowing to do. And what we're actually saying in the vows, we don't even realize it. We're saying in the vows, everything's going to change. Because we say in sickness and in health. and we say, for richer or for poorer. Like we're saying things are one way now and they're probably going to be some way later. I'm still committed to love no matter what.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I think we need to talk about, if we do talk about this, I think we need to talk about what that looks like.
Yes, we do.
That's the thing. What does love really look like?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, that's a teaser.
And it could be
different
for different people. Anyway.
That's true. All right, here's another one. I say Daniels. Everything good, bad, and ugly will come out during your marriage. So get started working through your stuff prior. Now, what do you think he means by your stuff? Because he only puts stuff in quotation marks, but I feel like he means yours and stuff in quotation marks.
Your and stuff?
No, the words your and stuff should
Together.
both be
your
in,
stuff.
Your stuff should both be in quotations.
Right.
What I meant to say.
You said your and stuff. I was like, separately? Wow. What does that mean?
You know what I'm saying? Your and stuff? No, I just mean your stuff. He should have put both in quotes. Because I think what he's saying there is that when you get into a relationship, that you bring your own baggage and there are things you have to work on. And working on that stuff beforehand is actually a good thing.
It is. And I think when I read that, I was like, man, he's probably referring to things that really your upbringing. I feel like your upbringing comes out. Whatever issues whatever issues you have from your upbringing, you may not even know until you like 40.
Right.
You be like 40 and all of a sudden you like, I need to talk to my parent or I need to deal with this thing that happened to me years ago.
Right.
Why did this, that, or the other happen? And I'm saying sometimes it takes years before it actually starts affecting you and your relationships. It probably has already affected you in relationships overall, along the way, but you never really pinpointed that to be
right. That's what it is.
What it is, because the relationships weren't deep enough for you to think about that. But then you get married or you're in a relationship, you're about to get married or whatever, and it's like, whoa, I'm seeing things that are happening here that's triggering. That could be because you had, mama issues or daddy issues or siblings or whatever.
And for the first time, you're in a deep enough relationship where you're actually, this is going to come out or whatever.
No parent there or grandparents, whatever it is. It could be that comes out in the relationship in a negative way because you never dealt with it. And so I think, we always are promoting counseling.
Absolutely.
But I think even if you think you don't need it, then you really need to go.
Oh, you really need it then.
Because everybody needs a little peace. Everybody needs a little peace. And I think that's a good thing to do.
That's it's a very good comment,
It
I
is.
say. Marriage is going to bring it out.
I want to say something else, too. He said everything good, bad, and ugly will come out.
Yep.
We always tell our couples, too, premarital counseling, I said, whatever you are dealing with now, whatever you don't like now is going to triple.
It's going to intensify.
It's going to intensify when you get married.
Yes, very true.
It is. It's going to intensify.
So true.
So, are you willing to stay in it even though if this thing gets bigger or if it never changes? It's either going to stay where it is or it's going to get...
It's true.
Because I think what happens is you get comfortable.
Yeah.
And even if you say I'm going to work on it or the person's gotten better, when marriage comes and stress comes in and then the babies come and the job and all of that stuff, bills and everything,
changes
and you're responsible for more than yourself, it brings out those things and intensifies them and it causes them to be double and triple the size they were when you were dating.
So true. So that brings us to our next one. It kind of leads us into that was an excellent segue, babe, because this one says,
it's okay to wait a little longer before you say yes.
And then we're putting this one up with it too, April.
Okay. Not to get...
Something I wish I knew before I got married, not to get married. And it's okay to wait a little longer before you say yes. Why do we put these up here?
Okay.
We're relationship people. Why would we do that? Number one, we think one of the best things that we do when we do our counseling is to help couples who shouldn't get married to not get married.
Yes, to discover that they should not be marrying.
We just saved y'all a lifetime of Hades.
We have had couples who we've said that to, like, we don't think that you guys should get married. We've just said straight up.
We usually say we don't think you're ready. That's usually what we say.
That's usually what we say. We don't think you're ready. Okay. And we have had couples come back years later and say, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Because I would have been miserable.
Yeah.
And so but I always say time will tell.
Yeah.
So
young lady, Shawnee's saying right there, she's right. So if you're not sure, if you're having cold feet, if you're a little bit doubtful, if you're not positive, just let a little bit more time pass, and time will reveal a whole lot to you. Now, it only reveals it to you if you open your eyes and you're like looking to see, because sometimes
True. Just stay in it, and you see all kind of red flags, and you just.
But you're not even looking at the red flags. Like everybody can see them around you, but you don't notice them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's kind of a thing. You have to make sure your eyes are open and you're willing to see. But if you're willing to see, time is going to reveal it to you 100% of the time.
Listen, I always say people can only be fake, but for so long.
That's it.
They can only fake for so long. The true colors will come out, and you will see it. So just give it some time.
Give it time.
And it will be revealed, because...
And some of y'all don't need to get married at all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not really. Never. I'm just saying to each other. You
right.
That's
you just don't... You don't need to be... No.
All right. That leads us to our... we have a sponsor. And, you know, we love our sponsor because we've been repping these people for a long time. But they have a totally different product, y'all. I'm
so excited, guys.
This is amazing. So we love the Naturally line. In fact, before this, there was no Naturally line. It was just Naturally Him, or excuse me, Naturally Man. Excuse me.
Naturally Him.
Naturally Man. Confused. And April, if you follow us on social media, you know April's been stealing my Naturally Man.
I have been
for
using
like
the
2 years now,
and it has been wonderful.
Yes.
And I'm like, when we gonna get us one?
Yeah. Well, now you got
it. Now, Naturally Her.
Naturally Her.
And wasn't today the first day, or yesterday?
Yesterday was the first day we ever took it. If you go onto our Instagram, you'll see a little something that we did on there, showing that we tasted it for the first time. It tastes really good.
Tastes really good, yeah. And I am telling you, this supplement has changed our lives. It really has.
That's true. We take it every morning as a pre-workout.
Take it every morning as a pre-workout. It has given us a different kind of energy.
That's true.
You know, I usually, you don't want the kind of energy that makes you groggy at the end of the day. This gives us a natural energy that is just, it takes me through the day and more.
You actually don't want to crash either, and this doesn't crash. You don't crash at all. But the Naturally Her is formulated for women. And I tasted it because I needed to, because I'm repping this joint. And I was promised that if I tasted it, I would not grow breasts.
And let me tell you, the women who going through peri, you know, all of a sudden these hot flashes been coming out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? So I am told that Naturally Her will help with that. So I'm excited, and I'll come back and let y'all know. And I'm excited about the new thing.
So as you can see, you go to the website naturallyher.com, Naturale. Her.com. Use code CHIMES10.
CHIMES10.
And you'll get 10% off of that.
Yes.
So we're excited about that. Thank you so much, Dr. Q, for formulating that joint for us. That thing is amazing.
It is really good.
Anyway, we got 3 more of these that we want to actually respond to. And I'm excited because this one right here is a little bit controversial.
Is it? I don't remember.
Well, it's the kind of thing that you would say, why would marriage people put it up there?
Okay.
Here's what it is. It's about divorce.
Divorce won't kill you.
This is something he wished he knew before.
It will hurt you, though, and leave scars for your life and beyond. Being so rigid in my thinking made me depressed. Knowing divorce was an option could have alleviated a great deal of emotional distress. Religious and familial norms kept me locked into a bad marriage for too long. In sum, I was not immune to the marriage statistics, nor would life end if I succumbed to them. Wow.
All right, so I think there's a couple of
written.
I think so too. The couple of encouraging things that he says here. First of all, I would say as a pastor and a marriage coach, I'm not in the habit of, or do I want to encourage divorce? But there are a couple things here that I think he points out that I think are important to keep in mind. Number one, I do think that sometimes people stay in something longer than they should, largely because of pressures having nothing to do with the marriage itself. So he just named basically his family and what he thought his religious persuasion would say about him that kept him locked into something that he clearly thought he should not have been in anymore.
Wow.
I don't know how he got into it in the first place. I don't know anything about that. That means nothing to me. My point, though, is I do think that when people come to these very difficult decisions, that there's a lot more to consider than just the marriage.
Yeah.
They're thinking about a million other things, and some people stay in their relationship longer having nothing to do with the actual person that they're with. He didn't mention at all. he really loved her, wanted to keep it going, or nothing like that. He probably made the decision, this ain't working, I'm done. So he's checked out, not even really married anymore in his mind.
Yeah, first of all,
but staying in it because of that.
He said divorce was an option.
If he knew divorce was an option, that would have alleviated some emotional distress.
A great deal of emotional distress.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he got a divorce.
Right.
But if
too late.
Right. I mean, I'm no.
So for him. Yeah. For him, too late.
Like, he would have chosen to do that earlier if there was not so much shame or guilt or, those types of things.
So this is my question to you, and this is for another episode probably to really flesh out, but I do want to ask you this. Like, do you think then that do you think he's suggesting that when you get married, you should keep divorce on the table in order for it to work well? Is that what he's saying?
I really don't think that's what he's saying.
Okay.
I really don't.
Right. Because I don't agree with that.
I don't either. And I definitely don't think you should be going into a marriage, and people have said this before, I went into the marriage knowing I could just get a divorce.
Yeah, no, that's garbage.
I feel like it's not really real if you're going in that way. So I think we all could say that's not the best way to go in. Saying, well, I can just get a divorce. But I don't think he was saying that. I think his point was, when it came time, knowing that this is it, this is not going to work. This is, we don't know what happened.
They both probably decided this ain't going to work.
Exactly.
And they still couldn't get out of it.
Could not get out of it because of the people around them. So it's almost like a lot of people stay married for the church or stay married for their family, not for themselves. And you're the one that's got to sleep next to the person. Everybody else over there having a good old time, going, doing, and you over there miserable because you're staying in it for them.
Right. It's interesting.
I don't know if I agree that should be a reason to stay.
Right.
If you know that this is not.
Right. And I'd love to know more about this guy's situation, but I thought it was a good comment, and we couldn't ignore that one.
Exactly.
All right. Here's another one.
You don't just marry your spouse, you marry their family and how they were raised. Ooh, Giselle, honey, that's a good one. That is a good one.
That is a good one. So
because it is so true.
So this is something that we teach our couples all the time. You're not actually standing at the altar with anyone else but your spouse right across, but you're actually probably need to at least consider that there's a lot of familial and upbringing things that are going to come into play that you don't realize are there.
I think it should be more than just you should. What'd you just say?
I don't know. What did I say?
It was less than what I'm thinking. You need to
what do you want to say?
That you're marrying into that family too.
Right.
It's not just marrying that person because you are marrying that mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the brothers and sisters and the aunties and all of them. And the reason why is because it's funny because, again, we've had couples where it's like they are having issues before they get married with the to-be in-laws, right? When you end up getting in it, it just continues. It just seems like it just continues to get worse and worse because if the person who is the blood relative of these people is not bold enough or have enough cojones to say, y'all need to stop, or this is not going to work, or whatever they're doing, whatever the case is, whatever negative or toxic behavior that's happening, that's coming in between the marriage. Usually that's the case.
Right.
The person who is the blood relative of these people they do not have the ability to say, this has to stop. I'm not going to allow this anymore.
They have to be the one to set that boundary.
They have to be the one to set it.
Because they're the ones related to the other people. So if they're not willing to step out and do that, then this is going to encroach on our relationship, and it's going to be problematic.
And so the person who married into it, they feel like there's nothing they can do.
Right.
If the new spouse is not willing to take on that huge responsibility.
It's a big responsibility.
Because especially if somebody is someone who doesn't like conflict.
Right.
That makes it worse.
Right. That's true, man.
So thinking about that's a good point.
So my dad taught me years ago, before I married you, he said, any girl that you date, he said, before you marry her, watch the way that she talks to her dad. Watch the way she interacts with her siblings. Watch how she talks to her mom. He was like, you can learn a lot about their family dynamic from that.
I was told the same thing, but I was only told, watch the way he talks to his mother.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Nah, my dad said watch all of them. He said watch the way she is with Kim. Well, he wasn't talking about you at the time, so he didn't actually say that.
Oh.
He did say though, watch how she is with her siblings.
Yeah.
And just look at. He said he wasn't even really saying to me, this is will keep you from marrying the wrong person. But he was saying even with the person that you're trying to marry, you'll learn things about who they are by watching those dynamics.
Very true.
And he's right. He's absolutely
because
right.
we really do revert back into
no question
who we were when we lived with our parents or siblings.
When we're around them again.
Oh, man, we go right back.
You're right.
We are finally at the point, babe. We are finally at the point right now. We finally got to a point after 20 years. We're 25 in December, but it was about 20 years before we were able to not revert back.
You're right. You're saying when we go be with them that we didn't just fall back into our normal.
We're finally out
who
of
we
that.
were when we were in their house.
We're finally out of that. It took years.
I'm glad you're saying that.
But you know what?
I didn't think you would give me that credit actually.
Yeah, but I think the reason why we were able to get to this point is because we always had a discussion about it. We always communicated about.
I'm glad you said discussion to the chimes. It was actually at the beginning. It was always an argument.
Always an argument.
But whatever. You're right.
Very, very intense discussion.
Almost every time we left one of our parents' houses for Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, there was always something that happened.
Always something that happened between me and him because he was reverting. Not because I reverted, but because he. I'm just kidding.
Y'all know good and well she was reverting too.
I'm just kidding.
Here's the last one, babe.
Okay.
This is from Sydney Freeman.
All right. Your spouse will evolve over time. All right. We talked about that. You and your spouse's family of origin may have more influence on your immediate family. You and your spouse. What? You and your spouse.
Than you think.
Oh, I see.
I'll explain that in a second.
Okay. Doing things God's way will not shield you from all marital problems.
Okay, that's why we put this one up here.
That's right. It was for the third one.
The reason we posted this because of the third one. So the first one we already talked about, right? Well, the second one we didn't talk about all the way. There's some implications here that you just discussed just now, which is your family of origin is going to have influence over you in a way that might encroach on your marriage.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what Sydney's actually saying here.
Yeah.
So that me and you can make a decision, and then you can go back and talk to someone in your family and change your mind.
Yeah.
Because they have more influence over you than I do, or than we have with our new family.
Right. And that means you really didn't leave.
It could mean that. It could mean you're still trying to leave. Meaning,
you're still trying to leave.
You're still adjusting to the idea of being a new family and being one and stuff like that.
And
so that's a big thing.
I think you have to be patient too with each other on that one.
I agree. But the last thing they put, I think, is really important. Doing things God's way will not shield you from marital problems. So marital problems are a result of sin. We are born in sin, shaped in iniquity. There is a whole thing that happened in the Garden of Eden. God pronounced these curses. One was the ground for the man's sake. One was childbirth for the woman's sake. And then this other thing, curse the serpent. This other thing he said about the husband and wife, that the wife would basically sort of be under the husband and the husband would rule over the wife. Now, that's not supposed to be that way. That's literally the curse of sin. He was basically saying sin has created this new reality for your relationship where you're going to end up probably in conflict a lot just because of that. So husbands and wives got to realize this. There is no perfect marriage. No such thing. Like all you're doing all the time is striving, trying, working, trying to do better, trying to improve. But you're always going to have something that's a problem because of sin. Yeah. Until Jesus comes and sin is eradicated and it's gone and it's not part of our reality anymore, even when you do things God's way, you didn't do it perfectly, and you're probably going to end up in an argument. It ain't gonna make me all of a sudden to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And even if you're praying together and all of that.
No, that's going to help you in a lot of situations. It's going to alleviate a lot, but it will not take it away.
And forgive, and to be able to.
It will make you patient. It will give you the fruits of the Spirit. You know, love, joy, peace. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have all that stuff.
But the reason why we need those fruits is because there's going to be conflict.
Yes. So don't assume. Yeah. You know, I married somebody in the church, and we loved each other, and we stayed virgins before we got married. Yeah. And we got married in a church building instead of somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All the things that supposedly God's way, none of that keeps you from having a messed up marriage. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's good because some people, I think, might come to thinking that because they did all those things, it has to go right. And then when something goes wrong, they think that this is the worst thing
ever. The end of the world. You know, we can't do it.
Doomed.
That ain't true.
No,
you know what I'm saying? That is not true. This is why we love what we do, because our mission is to help married couples to literally thrive in their marriage.
Yes,
and when you start off, when you, they doesn't have to suck. It should not suck. It should be great. You guys should be loving it.
Yes.
And the couples that have given us the privilege of helping us to start off with them, at the beginning when they're thinking about it with premarital counseling, that's been amazing. It's been a wonderful privilege, and we're happy to be able to do it. Yeah. Anyway, so we need to close the show. But as we close, babe, you're supposed to be telling me what's the one thing that you wish you knew before you got married, because I still don't know.
Okay. And I don't want you to be all like, ooh,
What does that mean?
Don't be all whatever.
You mean I'm going to get big-headed about this?
Exactly.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
What's the one thing you wish you knew?
I wish that I knew that not saying something is better than saying something.
Not saying something is better than saying something.
I wish I knew that.
What does that mean?
That means like I don't always have to say something or respond. Sometimes I could just see. Look, I knew you wouldn't be able to help yourself. I knew you wouldn't be able to help yourself. I knew it. I should not have even shared that. I should have lied.
That's a good one.
I should have made up something else.
That's a good one, babe. Thank you.
No, seriously.
I think you should talk more about that.
Okay. And I'm specifically talking about something specific. And that is when you would share with me something that you wanted to do, that I was kind of like, either like, we ain't got the money for that, or we can't do that, or what, or, anything like that. I would feel like I had to say, we don't have the money for that. Or and sometimes it's just you sharing, and I could have just been like, asking questions, allowing you to explore, helping you to explore that thing. I mean, guys, because John would be talking about a car, and I would get anxiety because I would think he'd want to buy the car, or whatever. Like, I feel like I wish I had learned earlier or knew beforehand that sometimes you can just listen. That doesn't mean the person's gonna actually do it. Sometimes they just want to explore with you or just share it and let them explore as if they're gonna get it. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually excellent.
I wish I knew that, because there were several times that I could have, I could have prevented an argument.
Okay, here's mine.
Okay, what's yours?
I wish I knew how important it was to be emotionally available. So, growing up, I'm raised by a baby boomer, and
one baby boomer?
Both. Two baby boomers.
Okay.
I just, we weren't given license to emote besides, anger or whatever. And I would say you and I spent the first 10 years of our marriage basically you teaching me how to explore how I was feeling and being willing to actually share those things and stuff like that. Yeah. If I knew emotional availability earlier, I feel like we would be where we are now 10 years ago.
Wow.
That's what I think.
Wow.
So that's the only thing I wish. Oh, and I also wish I knew that our libidos would switch as we got older.
Oh my goodness. He did not have to say. We said one thing.
Well, I was just saying. That's the other thing. I was just saying that's the other thing, but that's the only other thing. I wish I knew that once the 40s hit, that's when the party really starts. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Our 20s were fun, but I just felt like I was more, But now it's just changed. Anyway. Love you guys.
Love y'all.
Get in the comments. We would love. Listen, if y'all get in the comments and tell us what your thing is you wish you knew, we'll get in there too. We'll respond. Yeah. We'll have a good conversation.
Or
We'd love to have
respond to what we just talked about. Things we said. What do you think about some of the things that we talked about? Like this episode if you liked this conversation.
Yeah. Go ahead and subscribe and stuff too.
Go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah.
The engagement is good for us. So
love
y'all.
Helps our channel.
Yes, it does.
Love you guys.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Peace.